एसीटी देसी पे आज एक स्पेशल शो है और स्पेशल तो ऑब्वियसली सारे शोज मेरे होते ही हैं क्योंकि उसमें कुछ ना कुछ अच्छी चीजों के बारे में मैं बात करता हूँ, इंडियन कल्चर के बारे में, ट्रेडिशन के बारे में, कुछ चीजें जो हो रही हैं हमारे आसपास, साइबर सिक्योरिटी हो या मेंटल हेल्थ के इश्यूज हो. देयर आर समथिंग फॉर एवरीवन ऑन दिस शो. इट्स जस्ट नॉट अबाउट वन लैंग्वेज, वन कल्चर. इट्स अबाउट लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हैपनिंग इन कैनबरा, इन इंडिया, Indians in Canberra, Indians in Australia, and Indians everywhere else. But it's also about the culture that we want to share with people around us. आज हमारे शो पे कोई एक स्पेशल गेस्ट आने वाले हैं, एक नहीं दो, और उनमें से एक का नाम है अनंत. जी हाँ, अनंत अंबानी नहीं, अनंत कैनबरा में है और एक स्पेशल बच्चा है जिसकी शादी अभी नहीं हुई है, जिस शादी को ऑलमोस्ट इंडिया और ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड लोग सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं. ये वो अनंत नहीं है, लेकिन ये अनंत भी स्पेशल है. इसके बारे में भी हम और बात करेंगे, लेकिन इसके साथ एक और गेस्ट है हमारे साथ जिसका नाम है ऐश्वर्या. वेलकम गाइस.
हेलो.
ओके, तो मैं सीनियरिटी वाइज स्टार्ट करता हूं. तो आज हमारे शो पे अनंत और ऐश्वर्या हैं. तो ऐश्वर्या, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद यू. इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ to our audience in Canberra and whosoever is listening to this show online, video, or through my radio show.
Hello, I'm Aishwarya and Ananth Karthik. I'm a year 10 student studying in Tilapia Park School. I'm basically a violinist. I play Indian classical violin and I really like connecting to people with my music. And I do a lot of projects around in Canberra, like raising awareness, raising mental health awareness by using music. And then I'm also a keyboardist. I'm doing my grade 6 in the Trinity College of London. I'm a karate black belt. I like playing basketball and I like writing books. I've just published my first book in 2022. So
right.
Yeah.
Is there anything remaining in your life that you need to do that you have not done till now? Well, we'll come back to you, but now this is the ball that is being passed to Ananth. Ananth, introduce yourself to our audience.
Hey guys, my name is Ananth. I'm also a violinist like my sister, and I really enjoy playing the violin along with her, and also raising mental health awareness along with her, playing violin all around Canberra, and being an inspiration to others. And I also play the keyboard like my sister. I was inspired to play that thanks to my sister.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
I'm currently doing grade 5 in the Trinity College of London.
Continuing this conversation, Aishwarya, there are a lot of things I wanted to talk about, but you've already introduced yourself to our audience by saying all those things. But it's all good because we are going to delve deep into all those parts, and you too, Ananth, because as you said, your inspiration is sitting next to you. So I obviously will come to you after the inspiration I've spoken to, but I hope you don't mind that.
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right, Aishwarya, starting with you. You're in grade 10, and I remember way back when I was in grade 10, it used to be very stressful time, especially in India where, it's like a board examination, and then, it's like a central board. You either sit for ICSE or CBSE board, but you are doing so many things along with your study. How do you manage that?
More than managing the time properly by myself, it's always my dad that helps me, that always plans stuff for me. So after school, I know that I have to play my violin, I have to practice my keyboard, I have to do my homework, I have to sing, I've got a couple of stuff and basketball training and stuff, but it's my dad that really inculcated all that skills to me. Every day he tells me, Aishwarya, before you go to school, you need to have a timetable of every single thing that you need to do and a time for that. And I do that every day because my dad, he's got everything planned like for every single day of the week. So I mostly just follow him, and I'm fine.
So what you are saying technically is your dad is your manager, time manager.
I
This
think it's my discipline manager.
is your discipline, and that's a very right way to put it. And I'm really happy that you said that. But how do you explain to your friends, like, technically we all have 24 hours, and if we minus, say, 7 8 hours of sleep and food and all those things, getting ready, travel and stuff, so you're literally left with around 12 hours of work or time that we can spend on all these things. You go to school for part of it, and then you have all those things that you just mentioned. How do you explain your friends that you're doing so many things if they ask you?
Well, a funny story. So during the holidays, we're in holidays right now. So
Yeah.
my friends text me every single day. They're like, "Oh, do you want to hang out with us?" And I'm like, um, I- "I'll hang out with you tomorrow. I've got some stuff on today." And then tomorrow they text me and I'm like, "Wait, I just told you I'm gonna hang out with you tomorrow." And I just keep stalling it
There's no
until I get a
tomorrow.
free time and I hang out with them. So
Yeah.
my friends are pretty supportive.
Yeah.
Most of the time they inspire me to perform in school and stuff.
Hmm.
So I mostly don't perform in school, but my friends they actually inspire me to perform in school. They're pretty encouraging. So we sometimes they play the piano and I play the violin and we do like impromptu like music sessions in school and stuff.
My whole day is like pretty much cramped, but like whenever I'm sitting around trying and having a look, just being free and not doing all my tasks, my sister usually walks up to me and makes me do all the stuff I need to do.
Right.
And usually in the end of the day, I'm pretty angry at her, but we are always become friends again.
Aww.
And that's the way siblings should be. And God has given us, everyone has 24 hours, but how do we use those 24 hours is something which is very different for different people, and that's how there are different people in the world. And I've met you a couple of times from the audience, and I've actually last time when I met you, and I thought that I need to know more about you guys. So coming back, you said you both of you are actually learning music, and you're learning keyboard, you play piano, and I'm sure you must be playing other instruments because musical instruments are somewhere aligned to each other. You know one, you start playing other, and so on so forth. When you say you are at a particular level, learning, say violin level 4 or a vocal level 5, what is the difference? If you just can explain me like quickly for our audience who don't know, and what's the difference between level 3 and level 4, for example?
Yeah, sure. So basically, just like in school, we've got like a IB curriculum, CBSE, IGSE, like different curriculums. In music, we've got different curriculums too. So in Australia, they follow the AMEB, and in UK, we have the Trinity College of London, and we've also got the ABRSM. We've got a couple of syllabus. So we follow the Trinity College of London, and I'm going to write my grade 6 exam next week or so, and he's just finished his grade 4 with a distinction, and he's in grade 5.
Right.
So the basic difference is that there are 8 grades in the Trinity College of London system. So the initial is like the easiest, and grade 8 is like a nearly professional expert. You're like really good in the instrument. So the main difference between grade 3 and grade 4, or grade 4 and grade 5, is firstly how long the songs are. So the songs tend to get longer, and you have a couple of technical pieces or scales that you have to memorize, and they get more complicated.
And the songs also even though the songs are the same, the way they're played are really changed. Like in the keyboard, you need to operate with a lot of more functions, and you need to use a whole new different keyboard with all different voices and styles, and combine it to play the music.
So here's the difference between the piano and the keyboard. In piano, it's just our 2 hands playing, it's all natural. But in keyboard, it's all about that electronic aspect of music. So you change styles, you change voices, you have all those effects. So I can produce a whole song in my keyboard and record it in my
Right.
keyboard in a studio level recording if I wanted to. So
Right. So what I understand, for simpler terms for my audience who are not musicians, is that you actually learn more techniques and skills through the grades that you pass, and you can actually compose your own song when
yeah.
you reach a certain level.
Yeah.
That's basically the difference, that you can sing as well as you can compose the entire song. Cool. Okay. So Anand, this is for you now. Which sport do you like to play?
My favorite sport is basketball. It's like I'm always up to track with all the basketball players and all what they do. And
Mhm.
I'm really excited for the Olympic basketball, which is coming up at 27th of July.
Mhm.
And I'm really keen to watch it.
One thing that I think very common, and I mean it's common in the sense that most people do follow. I mean, as Indians or Indian with Indian origin or Indian roots, people do like cricket. Do you guys like cricket? Any, you know, a little
I
bit?
I like cricket. I don't really like playing it professionally, but I really like playing it at school with my friends and stuff.
कभी कभी मुझे लगता है कि मैं बहुत अच्छे से टाइम मैनेज करता हूँ, बट इनको देखने के बाद मुझे थोड़ा और इंस्पिरेशन मिला है कि मैं भी कुछ चीजें और इंसर्ट कर सकता हूँ अपने स्केड्यूल में. होपफुली दे विल टीच मी. They're learning so many things. I can learn from them, and there's no hassle for me to learn from younger audiences, because as I said, I'm also young. Okay, coming back to the point, Aishwarya, मैंने एक वीडियो देखा तुम दोनों का, जिसमें you are practicing an ancient martial art form, and it's an interesting thing, because ये जो martial art form है, इसके बारे में मैंने थोड़ा सा स्टडी किया, and it goes back way 4th century, wherein Indians used to learn this martial art form as a self defense, or maybe when they are in jungle or when they are hunting, so that to protect themselves and their family members. And then it developed as an a martial art form to fight against and all that stuff, and it got banned for some time during the colonial era, and then now this has been resurrected again, and kudos to kids like you who are following these and keeping our roots alive. So for I won't say the name, probably I won't pronounce it right, but I would like you guys to talk a little bit about this ancient art form, and share this piece of culture with the people who are listening to ACT Desi right now.
Yeah, we'd be honored to.
Yeah.
So, it's called Silambam. It's a ancient martial art that is originated from Tamil Nadu. So, me and my brother, we've been learning it for the past 3, 4 years, right
Yeah.
from when COVID started.
So you said Silambam, and Silambam, I think there's a mixture of two words. Sil means hill, is as well what I read, the hilly area, and bum is part of bamboo. So started from there. So I think it's basically an martial art form which primarily uses bamboo stick. Is that right?
There are different kinds of bamboo. So, when we practice silambam, it's basically us trying to defend ourselves against enemies, or just trying to protect ourselves from dangers. So we learn to fight with the stick, and as we progress in levels, we learn to fight with two sticks. And if we were there in India, where our teacher is there, we actually would have learned how to fight with a sword, how to fight with a knife, how to fight with a dagger. So there are around more than 70 weapons in
Wow.
Silambam, and there are like the
And
things
there's
that we can learn from Silambam. It's like a knowledge. It's
Yeah.
so it's like a ocean of knowledge. It's so vast that I don't see a beginning and ending at all.
And
Sure.
in Silambam, there's a type of fighting where you use your hands and other things, and there are over 70 punches and kicks.
So
Wow.
it's called kuttu verse, where we use our hands and legs to fight without using any weapons. And believe me, we're learning that now. It actually looks stronger than
Yeah.
what we usually fight with weapons.
Right. So where did you learn this? Like you said, you started learning during COVID. So were you learning this in UAE? Is what you're saying?
Yes, so it's basically an online class. Our teacher is Srimati Priya Gopinath. She's the one that taught us how to use Silambam. And We learned it online, and we're still continuing it in
Yeah.
Australia because we feel like it's a really good thing to be connected
Yeah,
with
no.
our Indian roots.
So any funny instance, like, the good thing about being online is that you can learn from anywhere, anytime, any place. But learning a martial art form online, that too with bamboo sticks. Do you remember any funny instance that has happened?
Like when we basically starting, we practiced our splits and stuff,
Mhm.
and my sister tried to do a split and landed face first on the floor.
It's
She can't do the split.
it's
Now,
it's
now
not
it's now
just
it's
that.
your chance, Aishwarya. You need to tell something
Yeah.
about Anand.
So when we initially started doing Silambam, we didn't have a outdoor space to practice, and the stick is it's up to it's up to the place where we
Yeah.
put our bindi. So the stick's really long and it's
Hmm.
kind of heavy. So we started practicing in our apartment in Abu Dhabi. So they had this like a huge light on top,
Hmm.
and every single time we try not to hit the light, but then since it's really hard to learn online,
I
I think
Yeah.
smashed the bulb with the stick.
the
That's what I
light
was
wasn't
going to
helping.
ask you. That's what I was trying to find out. What else did you break?
Well, apart from the light, we kept hitting ourselves with the stick because if we had a teacher in real life, they would actually tell us how to spin the stick without hurting ourselves. But then
Hmm.
after the end of every lesson, I'll just have like a lot of marks on my
And
body.
bruises and stuff.
Yeah, after hitting myself with the stick. Not my proudest moment, but yeah.
But yeah, I think all those are like, medals of honor that you're learning on your way. And now that when you look back 4 years, and I saw that video, during National Multicultural Festival, that you guys were on stage and practicing with two sticks and one stick and showcasing all those moves. Very well done. I think this is something which is very interesting, and an art form from ancient Indian origin that people aren't aware of. And kudos to you guys and your parents who are managing your time well so that you learn all these things. And but before we move on to the next break, the quick question to you is, you know I understand, you're managing your time, and sometimes do you feel it's a little hard on you to have so much packed up in your schedule, and you don't have any time for yourself?
Not at all. I actually feel like if I get the chance, I've been trying to learn the clarinet and the flute. So
And I've started learning the drums. Like
Nice.
it's like really fun. Like having things to do. Like and it's not really fun when you're just sitting around doing nothing.
the thing is, when I come from school, I always feel like I need something to put my to release my energy into. So I don't like sitting around not doing anything,
Hmm.
just like watching YouTube or Instagram. I just want to do something all the time, or at least try to create a change in the people around me. Try to get them to do stuff. It happened with Silambam. Like when now that me and my brother we are performing Silambam, a lot of people want to learn the art, and we're
Yeah.
really proud that we are ambassadors of such
Yeah.
ancient culture in the
Yeah.
modern world.
Why is it important, to carry your roots with you wherever you are? And how does it help you personally, as well as, you know, obviously there's something cultural in it, which is, you're learning, but how does it help you as an individual?
I can I can actually see the difference to when I didn't do to before I did Silamu and now.
Yeah.
I'm taller, I'm stronger, I can actually breathe better, I can think, and
Mhm.
I have to admit it. Before I used to do
We
Silamu,
were like we were always really tired and lazy, but now after we started learning it,
we know what's hard. So like if you tell me now to run 15 kilometers, I can do that without breaking a sweat
Yeah.
because I know how hard it is
Yeah.
to spin a heavy stick around everywhere and keep doing that for
Yeah.
5 minutes straight. And it's not just about physical,
Yeah.
it's about like mental as well.
yeah,
Because
it
my
helps you
brains,
focus better. Like when you and it helps you think better about more things. Like After I started learning syllabum, I got much better grades and stuff.
Yeah, so me and my brother were getting like 98% in everything. And I have to say it's lumbum because after you spin a lot, you need a lot of oxygen to spin the stick.
Right.
And that really activates my brain. And then it also helps me think better, focus. And I think it's a great way it's a great art to pass on to the next generation,
Yeah.
to tell us about our culture.
Mm. And that's what I always tell, through my show on AC to Desi. I keep talking about, and you learn new things, and that's what I'm getting a lot of energy from you two guys right now, because you learning so many things, and that's keeping you sharp, that's keeping you healthy, motivated, and you're focused. So all these things really add up to your mind, healthy mind, body, and soul. And obviously, the perks or the side effect or the good side effects are that you are connected to your roots, which is very important. I think we all should remember. Okay, so coming back to you two lovely fellows here, I see Aishwarya, you are national winner of the Royal Spelling Bee. Is that right?
Yes.
And which national is we are talking about? We are talking about India, UAE, or Australia?
UAE.
UAE. Okay, so do you remember? I mean, this is like a fun part of the show because we're coming towards the end of it. This is a fun part of it. Do you remember the last word that you spelled that made you win this?
Yes. It
What was
sometimes comes to me in my dreams as well.
it? Take us through that moment of time when and the question was asked and what were you thinking and what was that word, and spell it out for us.
Yeah, sure. So the thing was, we had this a basic dictation round. We had to spell 20 words, and after that, they choose the top 10 people, and they have the synonym and antonym round. So they ask a word, and you have to give like a couple of synonyms and antonyms for the word.
Mhm.
And then so after that, you've got a couple of other dictations rounds. So it was a lot of rounds, but at the
Mhm.
end, it was me and two other people. We were all on a tie.
Mhm.
So they called all three of us up on stage and they made us sit and they gave us each a mic. And
Mhm.
so the final question, the judge told us that she would give us one word, and the first person who, pressed their buzzer, they get to spell the word.
Mhm.
And if they spelled it right, they're the winner. But if they didn't spell it right, the next person who clicked the buzzer, they would get the chance.
Mhm.
It was pretty intense, and when it was coming up on stage, I was so freaked out. But I saw my dad out in the audience, and I saw his big smile, and I was like, okay, I can do this. So the first word was I think it was island or something. But then all three of us we clicked at the same time, and we got all the spellings right. So this kept going on for the next 10 minutes, and everybody were
Wow.
starting to get really scared. And then the last word was interrogation.
Mhm.
I clicked the buzzer first because maybe the other two people were thinking or
Yeah.
whatever, but I clicked the buzzer first. And the judge was like, okay, yeah, go spell it. I stood up. It's a bit dramatic, I know. I was scared, but I spelled the word out. And as I did, everybody just started standing up and clapping. And it's a bit of a blur, and then my dad came up on stage and we got the trophy.
Nice. So interrogation. So can you spell it out for us? On
Yeah,
ACT Days, it's spelling bee.
sure. Interrogation.
You win ACT Days, spelling bee round. We are coming to the end of this, but I think you mentioned something, both of you. I mean, last episode of ACT Desi, I did a show about e-safety for kids specifically, and I wish to run more of such thing because technology is an integral part of our life right now. And whether school, whether you're doing something here, and whether we are doing this, interview through technology. Uh, have you guys heard this word known as cybersecurity?
Yes.
It's being safe online.
Okay, so how do you keep safe on internet? If you have to give the audience or kids of your age who are using internet for playing games, watching YouTube, doing TikTok, blah blah blah, how do you suggest, let's say, 3 tips of being safe online?
First thing is not have the same password for everything. I did that mistake the same password for my laptop, the same for my email, the same for my Zoom account. Nope, have a different password for everything and make sure you remember that. It must be a
Right.
strong one. Don't put the password shouldn't be password or 1 2 3 4. Like actually have a strong
And
password.
not be, and I think you should not save it to your Google account. Then people can access it anytime they want.
Right.
Yeah.
And anything that you follow, while on internet in terms of, say, meeting strangers online, if you have to say something
No.
about to that.
It's a big no.
Yeah.
Only like we have to control the privacy in our social medias to make that we shouldn't interact with strangers online,
Yeah.
and we should only like send our pictures or videos or our posts to people that we know, like who we genuinely know and not just online friends.
Yeah, I made that mistake once. I downloaded an app that my friend told was really good,
Mm-hmm.
and then my laptop got hacked by this a
Wow.
person in Germany. Actually,
All
my
right.
dad fixed it up for me.
Cool. So your dad is a techno commercial guy. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And anything that you wish to mention, like right now we are talking about internet and security. Anything that you would like to talk about, various scams that happen online, and have you encountered any scams?
Yeah. So last week I got this call, not a call really. I got this call, but I didn't answer it because I was my phone was on silent. But then I got this message saying that apparently I would like $1 million in a lottery, and I should click this link to go in and sign up to this website to get paid. And I was like, nope, that's definitely a scam. I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna give me $1 million for free, and I never do lotteries, so
Yeah.
watch out for scams.
Right. So if they say if anything is so good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah.
All right. With this, we are coming to the end of the show. But before we end, we have a fun rapid fire between two of you. So you have to, you have to say between two of you who is what. But between Ananth and Aishwarya, who is always hungry? Who has more friends?
Ooh.
You?
No,
He's saying okay. So you said you know how many friends Aishwarya has, Anand,
6.
and how many friends he has. You know.
I have 15.
I'm more than 6 friends.
Okay. Moving to the next one. Who loves to fight? You. I thought so. Who can dance better? Okay. Who loves to watch movies? Okay. This can be a little controversial because for parents both are equal. But who is Papa's favorite? And who's Mama's favorite? With that, we come to the end of this show, and kudos to you both, being sharp, being learning a lot of things, and on top of your game. And I see a lot of good things coming out of this interview, and you're doing really well as propagating Indian culture and sticking to your roots, and do following all the good things that comes with wherever you are, maybe in Australia, Canberra, Sydney, India, UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi. You get all the good things there, you learn, you keep sticking to your roots, and you do not forget what you already have. Thank you so much. Anything you want to say before we conclude this show?
One last thing. Me and Anand, we'd like to sincerely thank our parents for showing us the right way, for always inspiring us to do the right thing, for always keeping us engaged, for making us who we are. So we owe everything to our loving and caring parents.
Nice. And Anant, anything you want to add to her? What you said, what she just said?
We really want to thank this radio station for giving us this opportunity to be here today.
It's an
Okay.
honor.
Yes.
Thank you for listening
Thanks.
to us. Hi, everybody. I'm Aishwarya Karthik. You're listening to me on ACT Desi. So stay cool and act Desi.
Hi guys, you're listening to me at ACT Desi. Stay smart and act Desi.
Oh, with that, we come to the end of the show. Thank you
Yes,
so much,
I
guys.
did it.
You did it.
Come on,